Are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another Fake Grand Order video. The month of June is coming to an end, and with it comes July. So that means it's time to take a look at what events and banners are coming to the game in July. That's going to be today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to tell me what you're looking forward to in the upcoming month, even though I'm pretty sure for most people it's either going to be anniversary or summer. It's pretty easy this month. This is definitely also the month everyone usually gets ready to save for, so if you're actually not going to be summoning on this for anything in this month, I would actually like to know that. Tell me what you're looking forward to in the future. But anyway, that's going to be today's video. So, let's get into it. If you don't know, if you're new to the game, for example, you're joining us getting ready for the anniversary, how do we know what's coming to the game? Well, it's because JP is 2 years ahead of us, so we're able to kind of look back, and sometimes things aren't always one-to-one. For example, their anniversary happens actually closer to the end of July, so all the events that happened early July, we already did, so we actually have to look into closer to the end of July and into a little bit of August to see what's coming for us in July. But it's a pretty good look into it. It's also not always one-to-one, because I'll explain it a little bit more when we talk a little bit about the 8th anniversary and some of the stuff coming up there. But it's close enough of an approximation. It's clairvoyancy X is what we like to call it. So that's how we know. In terms of things that are currently ongoing on the NA side, just to give you an idea before we get into some of the future things, Mystic Eye Symphony is coming close to an end. I finished it a couple days ago. The event story, I really wished it was more focused on Medusa, because all the parts with Medusa and some of the stuff, especially the ending moment, I thought was very nice, and it concerned her. And then, unfortunately, they have like a foot story thing going on, which I wasn't the greatest, like, I didn't feel like it added anything. Actually, by the end of it, I thought, if you remove this and it was just actually Miss Crane doing something, I think it could have been better. There could have been so many better ways of doing it that wasn't just, you should just take a photo of everyone's foot. I feel like it actively deterred from everything. But, you know, some of it was still nice. Like, some of the character moments of them relaxing and waiting and stuff I thought was nice. And also a little bit funny as well. And again, the last moment with Medusa, I just wish it had just been that stuff and not the other stuff. Story Clear support campaign is also ongoing, which should be here, and should end the same time as Mystic Eye Symphony. And the 8th anniversary pre-release campaign will be going on until sometime mid-July. So what's the first thing coming up? It's an important thing. It is, of course, the 8th anniversary. How do we know that it's coming on the 5th? Well, because funny enough, we celebrate the actual release of the English version of the game was the 25th. We got 30 cent quartz for that. We don't celebrate it until the first week of Anime Expo, the first week of July, which is typically around Anime Expo time, where they do a panel at Anime Expo on the 5th. So that's why it's usually always the first week of July, and it's on the Saturday of Anime Expo. That's how you will always know when our anniversary is going to be. To take a quick look at some of the stuff going on in the 8th anniversary, I won't spend, hopefully, too much time on this, because obviously I want to do a video talking about the 8th anniversary as a whole, and especially with some of the stuff that is potentially, they could potentially do with it, because if you don't know, in JP, this is the year that they got Destiny Order, but obviously that happened to us last year, so it raises the question, will anything from the previous year, from the upcoming years, be put into the 8th year? And alright, sorry for that random pause there. I had to stop because I had to clear my throat. I started just randomly super coughing for some reason. Weird. But anyway, let's take a quick look at some of the stuff. Again, I'll be doing a video talking about it's this in more detail, but just to get a quick look right now, there'll be 10 great campaigns. Of the 10 great campaigns that you obviously always need to take aware of, the login bonus will feature 10 summon tickets in it, so make sure to actually log in during the anniversary. This is the Destiny Order, it's a GSSR, I've done a video talking about this. It's the Lucky Bag, I've done multiple videos, and I still have another short that I have to actually edit and release pretty soon regarding this, but it's the other GSSR that's coming up. There will be a bunch of missions that will let you get St. Quartz. There will be extra missions updated. that are based around, this is where we get a vast majority of our sync quartz from, are these added in missions, which have stuff like clearing the main story, servant strengthenings, interludes, free quest, and advanced quest clear missions. If you don't know what an advanced quest is, it's this thing. So if you've been ignoring it like me and not doing it as they've come along, you have basically a week to get these done in time for anniversary. And class sign is also one of the new things here, so make sure you're also caught up to the story decent enough where you can actually get class score stuff. There'll be the basics of the half-off campaigns. Da Vinci Workshop will also be getting some new things that relate to the mana prisms, such as getting these 7 different event-exclusive craft essences, which you'll be able to get again. A lot of these are nice. I still use Golden Sumo to this day. It's a very nice, just, hey, generic, give them 50% and some attack bonus up. It's very cool. I'm pretty sure that's what Gomo... not to get it confused, because there's Golden Sumo. Yes, it's this one. And Golden catches the carp. That's the other 2 golden ones from events that I use. Okay, just to be sure on that one. Mana Prism Exchange after you clear Ordeal Call Prologue, you'll be able to get a foe footprint and 2 golden foes added to there, and you won't have to spend a golden Mana Prism, just regular Mana Prisms. And there'll also be an added thing to the summon where for every sync quartz you spend, you get 5 Mana Prisms. If you spend 10... obviously, you get 50, you don't get the +1, so you don't get the free 5. And then for some reason, tickets also don't apply to this. I don't know why. Very weird. It's just kind of nice. Yeah, it's weird. it's just kind of nice that they add it. It's not anything too crazy. You need to be like, oh, why isn't this here? It's alright. It's okay. We already get enough of them as is. There'll also be campaigns based around main story quests. 1/2 AP until Nahu Mikolan. This is going to be permanent. And then Spiriton Stones will also return for people who are trying to catch up to the story, and then also they will return to the Mana Prism Exchange, so because they really want you to catch up to the story. Permanent storage expansion for Servant, Craft Essence, Command Codes, along with Second Archive for Servant and Craft Essences, and some Servant Strengthening quests, which we'll take a look at a little bit later, and obviously summoning campaigns. Oh, and other campaigns as well. Da Vinci Workshop, this is also where you'll be able to get 10 tickets. The Rare Prism will also get the basic things that they always get. There's also going to be a new addition to Rare Prism Exchange, where now part of the Rare Prism Exchange inventory will become free of charge when the conditions are met. And if you spent any Rare Mana Prisms to get these CEs, the ability to spend regular, because if you don't know, if you spend a Rare Mana Prisms on Chaldea Lunchtime, for example, if you didn't get it originally, you don't actually get the CE. You get the ability to spend 1,000 Mana Prism to get more Chaldea Lunchtime. It's always a very silly system to me, but it is what it is, I guess. But now you'll be able to just get those if you met the conditions. And if you did spend any Rare Mana Prisms, which I believe I did, you'll get them back. So if you clear Fuyuki, it unlocks for you the ability to get Chaldea Lunchtime. Orleans is Mona Lisa. Septem is Personal Lesson. Okeanis is Personal Training. London is Detective Fomus. E Plumber Enum is Chaldea Tea Time. Camelot is Take Romance. Babylonia is Chaldea Dinner Time. Idolmaker is Solomon. The Arc 2 prologue is Be Graceful, Bella Lisa, and Gran Caravello. Gotter Damarang, or Lost Belt 2, is Beyond the Rain Cloud. Clearing Sin will give you personal coaching and free seating. So, pretty neat. Very nifty. And then also there's going to be a game update which will make it so if you're one of the 3 starting party members, you get 20% bond bonus. If it's a support unit is one of the first ones on the front, a friend, a follower, or other player support or NPC, what happens is that they'll give a 4% bond point bonus to the entire party instead. So other game updates as well will be coming. An extra mission UI update, which I think they've already given this to us, because some UI updates get added ahead of time. Summoning campaigns, which is going to be the big thing. This is where Os the Savior, she is the main focal point for Anniversary. There'll be, when I do the video talking about a lot of 8th Anniversary in more detail, I'll be able to give a more thorough breakdown of what she does, but if you just want to know the quick and dirty about it, really, really fucking good is the answer. Os Xavier is 100% really fucking good and worth owning. She also doubles, because we're going to be talking about Summer. She also doubles as Summer Morgan, if you want to know how that makes sense, I implore you to please read Lost Belt 6. I will not tell you why it makes sense, or if it even makes sense. I'll just tell you, please read Lost Belt 6. It's a fantastic story. It's maybe one of the best. It's usually the one, whenever they ask polls from JP people, what singularities / Lost Belt / events would you like to see turned into an anime? They always say Lost Belt 6 is like number one. And I always say that it would be really sick to see a lot of the cool moments from it animated, but I actually don't think they'd be able to tell the story in like 20 episodes or so. It'd need a lot of them, for sure. Like, even 4 movies wouldn't be enough, I think. Summoning Campaign 2. There'll also be a bunch of summoning campaigns released alongside the anniversary, which will feature a whole assortment of dudes that you may or may not need. For example, I would really, if as someone planning to get Daikokuten as their Grand Caster, it would be nice if I had more than one copy. But the banner breakdown is kind of like this. It'll be Ishtar and Calamity Jane as the first one. Kagekyo and Ushiwakamaru, Summer Ushiwakamaru as the next banner. Constantinos and Hajime, next one. Then the Trunk Sisters and Lamba. And then it's Summer Tamamo and Summer Seishonagon. And then it is going to be Bunyan, Super Bunyan and Daikokuten. And then finally, Van Gogh and Summer Fran. Van Gogh, not Voyager. If you want to know how tired I've been lately, one of the most sought-after units that I've wanted for years, I mistakenly called Voyager over and over and over again. And I was so embarrassed when people told me I'd been doing that. It really wasn't. Oh man. I just need more rest. I'm not getting enough sleep as is. Don't worry, the sleeping will come soon. Not right now, just because I have a lot of stuff to do for tomorrow. But I swear to God, I will be sleeping soon. And yeah, like I said, Lucky Bag and Destiny Order, I've already done videos looking at those a little bit more in depth. If you want to see the videos, I still have more to come out. Someone did say they would love to see the 5-hour cut of me talking about the units on Destiny Order, so we'll see if I'm able to actually release that in time, shall we? And that's basically the 8th anniversary, in a very quick nutshell, obviously, as we want to kind of talk about more things. Oh yeah, the Servant Strength things. This is actually still related to it, but I'm going to give it its own separate thing, just because the Servant Strengthening quest has a lot of updates that a lot of people have been waiting for. I know for me, there's at least like 3 units on here that I've been waiting for since they got announced that they got this buff for a while. So on the way this breaks down is that on JP they were a mystery as to who is going to be strengthened, which is always kind of a fun thing during Anniversary. We already know because, like I said, once they get announced, people are like, "Oh, I can't wait for that buff. That buff changes everything." So they do try and keep the mystery, but everyone knows, man, there's no mystery here. On day 1, we'll get Salter and Jaguar Man, which this Salter buff is one of the ones I've been waiting for a while. It's a very good buff. Day 2 has Bradamante and William Tell. I've also been waiting for this Bradamante buff because it will make her just that much slightly better. Well, let's go. Day 3 will feature Reiko and Hans Christian Andersen, which in the past past videos I recorded talking about during this part. I keep wanting to call Hans Christian Andersen Afton for some reason. I don't know why. It might just be because of his face here. I don't know why. This Reiko buff, I've been waiting for a 2 years time for this thing to come in. I can't wait because this will finally let her be a Buster Looper, which is awesome because it will give her enough MP to actually loop now, as opposed to the 0 that she gets currently. Day 4 will feature Karna and Akita J. Soji. Day 5 will feature Anastasia and Summer Kiyohime. Day 6 will feature Summer Abby and Mandricardo, aka Best Friendo. Day 7 will feature Summer Saber and Gawain. Very cool. I like a lot of the units on here. I actually own every single one of the units on here, so I can't wait to get their buff, get a bunch of Sync Quartz as well, because, yeah, likely Anniversary main banner is going to drain me for a decent bit of SQ, and I'm going to need a little bit of a refresher before we get into Summer, which is going to be coming up maybe a week later. And, yeah. So now we get to talk about the ultimate thing. That's right. Learning with Manga FGO Volume 4 release campaign, which we are not getting because we don't get the volume releases for Learning with Manga. We get with the Learning with Manga pages, that's for sure. They translate them and they release them, but I don't think they release the books because they're like, well, only one person would buy these and it's Wokey, so that's not enough to justify making all the books in the world, which is a shame, but you know. It is what it is sometimes. There is a craft essence related to here, which is Hold Me Tight for each rice that comes by. So who knows when we're going to get this? Maybe we'll still get it during Anniversary, just so... because there is going to be a Daikokuten and Super Bunyan. That's why they're one of the units featured, is because I'm pretty sure of this little campaign that goes on. But if it doesn't release during Anniversary, I'm sure it will release at some point. They do not want to load this up. They fear. There we go. It's very cute art. I can't wait to have it myself. Look at this. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. A lot going on here when you really deeply look at it. Okay, but for serious, the real thing, the likely the only other thing in July that is happening that is an event. The only event in July that's happening that's an event. It's Servant Summer Festival. The main things that you need to take away from this is where we'll get Summer Castoria, Summer Chloe, Summer Suzuki Gozen, Summer Bargus, Summer Katku, Summer Melusane, and for event-wise, we will get a Knock as a summer unit. It's the first time they've done it where the summer unit was a brand new unit. Very, very cool for sure. Very unexpected too. I remember when everyone's like, is it going to be her? No, that's not possible. How the fuck do you do it? And they completely underestimated how much Nasu absolutely loves Maeve and will figure out a way to get her his girl into the game. There'll also be some costume dresses for the men, as always. Oberon, which isn't going to be shown here, but Oberon gets 2. Just that the other one is a spoiler, so you should really catch up to Lost Belt 6. This event itself is only locked behind Fuyuki, by the way. You only need to clear Fuyuki to get it. I'm not sure about the second costume dress, but he does get a second one. I really like this one, though. I think this is the main one that I would personally use. Because I think he looks like a very silly man here. Gawain, he'll be getting one. Tristan will get one. And Lancelot, which is all based off of the old ones that they had for a while now. It's really funny that they made summer art for them, but they did not release their costume dress until they're like, okay, you know what? Now we'll release it. But we're also going to get new summer outfits, which is going to be Summer Street. Very cool. Always nice to get new Mystic codes that fit the theming. Even if I don't use them as much as I use the plug suits, it's still kind of nice to have them for the flavor of the being at the place for sure. And yeah, in terms of the banner breakdowns, we'll look at them. Those are the new summer units, but when are they going to be appearing? First is going to be Summer Castoria with Suzuki Gozen and Chloe. This is the main one, one of the main ones that I'm going to be going for. If you want a quick and dirty of it, because obviously I'm going to spend a later time when I go more in depth. But if you just want to know, Summer Castoria, 100% worth having and owning. The best single target arts berserker that's going to be in the game for us for a very long time, chances are. Suzuki Gozen looks fucking fantastic in her summer art, which is to the point where I don't know what her actual summer unit does. I'm gonna have to actually look at it. I've never looked at what her skills does. I've only ever looked at her art, and the art is amazing, and that's enough for me for wanting a summer unit. But obviously, when it comes time to actually legitimately talk about this banner, I'll go over her for real. And Summer Chloe is going to be a really, really good support unit. Actually, out of all the units on here, it's actually Bargus is the number 1 that I want, and then number 2 is Chloe because of her support capabilities. If possible, I want to end summoning on this banner the second I get Chloe, which makes me fearful, because that either means I'm only going to get nothing but Suzuki Gozen, or I'm going to get Castoria and none of the 4 stars. Or maybe the worst case scenario, which is also something that can happen during summer, I just don't get any summer units, which happens. You know, summer is a scary time for a lot of people. I'm always nervous until the banners end, but that's going to be the first summoning campaign. The next campaign that will be coming up at the exact same time is going to the one that features Oberon, Gawain, Lancelot, and Tristan. Oberon is a fantastic fucking support unit, 100%. Usually the one I say is the second to go to after you get the first one. Either you get Castoria, Vitch, and Scotty, and then the next support that you get is either one of the ones you're missing. In the case of if you get Castoria, I would probably say it'd be a good idea to maybe try and get Vitch later down the line, or Scotty. But if not her, then 100% Oberon. If not one of them, then 100% Oberon, because he's going to be fantastic being used alongside her. And the same is true for the other two main ones for sure. Oberon is definitely the easiest one. There are some team comps that use 2 Oberons, and you can probably also just grind with regular Oberon because he's just that good. But Oberon is 100% worth owning. Summoning Campaign 2, which is the one that features Summer Melusane, Summer Ketku, and Kaya Priestess, Sir Priestess, and Summer Vargas. I am personally can't wait for Summer Vargas. I love my girl. I love that they made her the 4-star. I hope to get her NP5. This is going to be playing a big part on whether or not Vargas is going to be my Grand Saber or my Grand Archer. Because my current issue with Vargas at Saber form is that she typically only shares a banner with... Whenever she has a banner release, it's usually always next to... Trico over here, and that really sucks because my Trico is NP5 and I don't want any more fucking copies of her. I want more copies of Vargas. So I'm really hoping that I can have some better luck on here and I can get her at least to NP5 while chasing them. This is another banner where I do not care about... Actually, I do care a lot about Melusane. It would be cool to have her, but I don't really need an Arch Ruler. I already have plenty. So it'd just be a thank you. It's because it has the character I like. I'm going to make use of this character type of situation. And Trico I'm not the biggest fan of, but I think this is a very cute summer outfit. For that reason alone, it's kind of worth having for me. But it's definitely Vargas is my main go-to. So weird because this is the year where the 4-stars are the main focused on it. But sometimes it's like that. Summoning Campaign 4 is going to feature Tez. I don't know why Tez is in this, but apparently he is a part of the event, so that's the reason why he has his own banner. I know it's because, in actuality, he's the breakaway star from Lost Belt 7. Japan loves him. I believe he is the #1 by a wide margin favorite character from Lost Belt 7. Cuckoo is actually, I believe, around 3rd. It goes Tez, Mexico City, and then Cuckoo. Which is still fantastic for Cuckoo, top 3 for sure. But yeah, Tez is the runaway kind of breakout for this. He even has in the man CEs, he's on the art forum. If you take a look at him, he's on here. They know he wants him. This man is the reason I'll maybe hopefully one day get a summer Quetz, because I can't imagine them doing a summer event where Tez gets his summer outfit and they don't at least at some form acknowledge that Quetz is his sister / brother. It would be very weird. I know that some people in Japan don't like Quetz as much as they like Cuckoo, but surely they have to find some way to sneak her in there. I'll even take a 4-star at this point. I've been waiting 10 years. 10 years for a summer Quetz? Not 10 years. It'd probably be closer to 9 years because Quetz was a post-year 1 servant because of Babylonia. And that is the summer event for this year. Oh wait, there's also going to be a Summer 22 rerun if you missed out on your chance on Lady Avalon, Summer Ibuki, Summer Scotty, Gareth, Aris, and Wuzatane. This is your chance to kind of go get them. If you somehow have any sync quartz after all this murder's row of banners of stuff being released. And that is the event that's going to be coming in July. At least a very quick look at it. I don't expect anything else to really happen in July. Some of the things here in September is like Ordeal Call Campaign Part 2. This does happen very early. This hunting quest happens very early September, that it's actually very likely that we might get it in July, so I'll take a quick look at it. So yeah, for hunting quests, the main thing here is that they're just going to be a bunch of hunting quests. There's even a hunting quest NPC support servants are all summer themed, so yes, we are likely getting this in July. Limited time master missions will also come with them, along with limited time advanced quest AP 1. All advanced quests will cost 1 AP instead of 5 for this event. Skeleton hunts, so you can get some bones. I believe you'll get, just bones, and it also has a chance to drop permafrost ice crystals, seashells, and permafrost the Frosted is just always here. Spirit Root and Tranquil Bells, the Egg and the Stinger of Certain Death, the Cerebral Fluid, I believe, the Magical Cerebrospinal Fluid, and the Talon of Chaos, Ash, and the Sword, which is going to be very nice for me. Twilight Swords are always much appreciated. So yeah, that will likely be here close to the end of July, and that will be the final event that happens in July. There'll also be a summoning campaign related to this. Oh god. That will feature Okita Alter, Anastasia and V, Charlotte Corday, Kama Avenger, Canis Rider, BB Summer, Kiara, Ilya, Brynhilder, Abby, Tomoe Gozen, Murasaki Shikibu, and they're all the summer version. That's all the ones that are going to be coming up for this campaign on limited rate up. So if you want to get one of them because you're looking to start building them towards grand status maybe, then that's something to keep in the back of your head. But yeah, that is finally the last event that's going to happen in July. So that's what's July looking like. Not too bad. A big thing with Anniversary and the big event is always summer related, so decent amount of stuff coming in for. It's what everyone's been waiting for. Once the summer is finally over, I can do an assessment of what's remaining for the year, because I have to actually start planning for 2026 pretty soon. But there's still some good stuff coming in 2025. Like, in September, we got the Wanjina World Tour, which has a very cute foreigner that you can see right here with her little koala. First Australian unit added to the game. The Grail Front will feature Ptolemaeus, which is the dude everyone says, man, Durga would be really nice to have, but I'm also planning to get Ptolemaeus because he's just that fucking good. So it kind of makes it so, like, I love Durga. I would like Durga because it's Durga, but I know for a fact that another bigger, a bigger monster is on the horizon for sure. November will feature Guda Guda, which will have the raid in it. Along with a return of the regular Lancer Melusine, which I believe this one, let me see if it has it. I think this is one of the very few Barg banners that doesn't feature, yes. So I could actually, all that complaining I did earlier, I could actually just summon on this banner if I didn't already have Melusine at MP2, and I was perfectly happy with MP2 Melusine. We'll see, huh? We'll see. And in December, it is a lotto season with Christmas coming. No banners around Christmas, but it is there. And the New Year's unit is going to be related to Fate Samurai, which I won't reveal their name just simply because it is a spoiler for Fate Samurai. And I actually don't know it myself because I've been avoiding it this entire time. That's why I can't say it off the top of my head. I don't know what the name is. I haven't gotten that far yet. Their name is still Saber to me as far as I'm concerned. So they're coming up. They're also a very good AoE Saber that has a very interesting kind of like single target kind of clause built into them, which is kind of interesting. I'll talk about that closer to the end of the year when it's time to talk about that. But yeah, that will kick off the year of collabs, which is another big thing I have to kind of start worrying towards. But that's 2025. It's gonna be a fun July, hopefully. And that's the end of the video, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it if you end up watching and supporting the channel in some kind of capacity. It always happens around this time because Anniversary Fever Hype has a lot of new people being brought into the channel, and I appreciate them all coming in and watching whatever videos I end up doing. I also appreciate it if you watch any of the other videos I do, because I do occasionally do one of those. I have a bunch of them coming out. They never get as much people watching them as these, but that's okay because I already know that they're never gonna get as much of those. FGO is the main supporter, and FGO allows me, you supporting these allow me to be able to release those and be like, no, it's okay. I always know the FGO videos will have the channels back, and I can just release these, and people can enjoy me having fun with friends or my brother. Or any other people that kind of come along. It's a very nice symbiotic type relationship. Though, it's funny how much I say, like, it's a great symbiotic relationship. YouTube actually does hurt you for trying to be different, for trying to branch out. So if you're ever curious why certain people never do more than one, or if they try and do something else, they go make a new channel, it's because YouTube actively hurts you for trying to do something different. Only the biggest of big channels can probably get away with doing, what I do here, and even then they would be making significantly less than they would if they just stuck to normal things. That's enough complaining about YouTube, though. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, whatever it may be. Until next time, you guys have a good day, you have a good night. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Peace.